This is Om Prakash Yadav, faculty at Department of Mechanical Engineering, GL Bajaj Greater Noida. Okay, so I'm taking the heat and mass transfer subject. So for the convection, you have to see that how to take the property of water or air or oil or liquid metal. Okay, so property table is given for different fluid like water, air, oil, liquid metal. Then how to see, how to take the data from those property level. So today we are going to make you learn that how to take the data for the calculation purpose or for the analysis of convection. Okay, so for understanding we have taken a physical property of the water, of the water. So with the increase of temperature, this property has to be given in the property table. Okay, so let us see. So for all the temperature, almost for all the temperature are at a different of 5 degree, 4 degree, 10 degree, they have given this property. I have taken only this property at the 3 temperature. I have shown here only for 20 degree, 60 degree and 80 degree. But this property is available for all range of the temperature. Okay, just for understanding, I have taken 3 row so that you can see that how the property of the water table look like. Okay, so let us see. So this column is showing the temperature of the water in degree centigrade. This density of the water in kilogram per meter cube. And this is the specific heat of the water at the constant pressure, that is in kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. Okay, thermal conductivity of the fluid into 10 to the power 2. What they have given, thermal conductivity of the fluid into 10 to the power 2 into 10 to the power 2 is given here. Unit is watt per meter Kelvin. So what the people are doing, just they are going and looking the value 65.902 and they are not looking at what they have written here. So also you have to see that what they have written here. What they have written here, 10 to the power 2, 10 to the power 4 or 10 to the power 6, whatever. So you don't just look the value and this is 65.902. It is not 60.902. Thermal conductivity will be some different. Okay, I will see. Then next, this is the thermal diffusivity alpha into 10 to the power 4 and its unit they have given meter square per hour, and this is the dynamic viscosity. So this is a mu into 10 to the power 2. Its unit is kilogram per hour meter. Next is the kinematic viscosity. So this is a mu into 10 to the power 6. As the unit is given meter square per second, and at the last Prandtl number is given. There is no unit because this is the dimensionless number. This is the dimensionless number. No dimension. Okay, let us come on. Suppose you are calculating the mean film temperature for the convection analysis. As 60 degrees centigrade. Let us say you are calculating the mean film temperature or mean Wolf temperature, whatever. Means you are dealing the natural convection or you are dealing the forced convection, or this is how kind of the problem is there. This also depends upon that fluid is flowing over the surface or fluid is flowing inside the tube. Okay, so in the natural convection, mostly fluid property are calculated at the mean film temperature, and in the forced convection, when the fluid is flowing over the surface, then fluid property is calculated at the mean film temperature. And when the fluid is flowing through the duct, through the tubes, through the pipes, then fluid property are calculated at the mean bulk temperature. So whatever it is, either it is a mean film temperature or it is a mean bulk temperature, means a temperature at which you are going to see the property from the property table. Let us say that mean film temperature is 60 degrees centigrade. Then how to take the data? Look at here, learn one by one. So look at here, density. Here they have not written anything. So density. So you are getting this rho is equal to, you come up and see. So this is how much? This much. So this is 9881. And also you see the unit here. What is the unit? It is in kilogram per meter cube. So density of the water at 60 degrees centigrade is 988.1 kilogram per meter cube. So one data you have got. Next is the specific heat. So this Cp is equal to, see the unit, kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. come here, Cp, and from here at 60 degrees centigrade, its value is 4.178, and also you see the unit from here. This is in kilojoule per kilogram, Kelvin. So if you want to convert, you have to just multiply by 10 to the power 3 into, for converting into the joule per kilogram Kelvin. So that will be 4.178 into 10 to the power 3 in joule per kilogram Kelvin are day. So just by multiplying this, you can convert. Next, look it here very carefully. Students are doing the mistake here. They are not looking that it is K into 10 to the power 2. Directly they are coming and they are saying that thermal conductivity is 65.902 watt per meter Kelvin. It is wrong. It is wrong. Okay. So thermal conductivity is not 65.902. This is K into 10 to the power 2 is this much. Okay. So this will be like that. This is K into 10 to the power 2. So you have to write this K into 10 to the power 2 at 60 degrees centigrade. Multiplication of this K into 10 to the power 2 is this much. So this is what 65.902, and what is the unit? Watt per meter Kelvin. So this watt per meter Kelvin. Then thermal conductivity of the fluid will be this 65.902 into 10 to the power 2. Take it here. So this will be 10 to the power minus 2. So watt per meter Kelvin. So this is the thermal conductivity. It is not 65.902 only. It is 65.902 into 10 to the power 2 watt per meter Kelvin. So this K into 10 to the power 2 is 65.902. Okay. Then K will be, आप इसको इधर ले लीजिए. Then K is equal to 65.902 into 10 to the power minus 2. So that is the correct way to take the data. Similarly, let us take for the others this alpha. So this alpha into 10 to the power 4 they are giving. Alpha into 10 to the power 4, and unit is meter square per hour. So at 60 degrees centigrade, what you are getting? This is a 5.78, and its unit is, look at here, meter square per hour. So what will be alpha? This 5.78 into 10 to the power minus 4 meter square per hour. So generally that should be meter square per second, but they have given in hour. So in different book, they have given different unit, can be same or can be some other. So in those physical property table, you see these things very carefully, that what is the unit and what is the multiplication factor, each and everything. That can be different for different book. Okay, so see, तो ऐसा नहीं कि आपका भी यही होगा exactly, अलग भी हो सकता है, तो जो भी होगा accordingly you have to. So alpha is equal to this one, but generally this is required in meter square per second. So let us convert. So 5.78 into 10 to the power 4, and in 1 hour there is on 3600 second. So this becomes meter square per second. In that way you can convert in meter square per second, because that is required in that those units. Okay. Next is dynamic viscosity mu. So dynamic viscosity nu. So this nu into 10 to the power 2 is equal to this into 10 to the power 2 is equal to, so at 60 degrees centigrade, its value is of 169.302. So what will be? Its unit is kilogram hour meter. Its unit is kilogram upon hour into meter. So what will be dynamic viscosity? This is equal to 169.302 into 10 to the power minus 2, this kilogram per hour meter. But again I am telling that hour should be converted in second. So generally you are calculating in SI unit. So that hour should be converted into second, means 1 hour is equal to 3600 second. So you have to multiply by 3600 to convert into kilogram per second meter. So this will be 169.302 into 10 to the power minus 2 divided by 3600, then its unit will be kilogram per second meter. Kilogram per second meter. When you convert kilogram per second meter, so what you are getting, 1 kg meter per second is equal to 1 Newton second per meter square. So there is no need to convert it to Newton second per meter square into SI unit. So actually that are equal. 1 kilogram per meter second is equal to 1 Newton second per meter square. So there is no need to further convert into Newton second per meter square because that are same. Okay, so that is the dynamic viscosity. Now, similarly, this kinematic viscosity also you can check. Let us see how. So look at here, this is our nu into 10 to the power 6. So this into 10 to the power 6 at 60 degrees centigrade is how much? 0.478. 0.478. And what is the unit of kinematic viscosity? It is meter square per second. Whatever they have written, you take the same thing. So this kinematic viscosity is equal to 0.478 into 10 to the power minus 6 this meter square per second. So you have to convert in that way. This directly this 0.478 is not the kinematic viscosity. This nu into 10 to the power 6 is 0.478. That is the kinematic viscosity. So you are getting kinematic viscosity as 0.478 into 10 to the power minus 6. And the Prandtl number directly can be seen. There is no dimension. So Prandtl number is 2.9. Prandtl number is 2.98. It is dimension. So in this way, you can take the property. So whatever fluid is given, you have to go into the appendix and see the physical property table for those fluid. Then you have to come and see very carefully. First to calculate the mean fluid temperature. Then you take that which row should be selected. So this row I have taken for make you understand. So at 60 degrees centigrade, then you have to see the unit and the multiplication factor. There is no multiplication factor. So you see the unit and what is multiplied with those physical property. Also you have to see. So, in a very crystal clear manner, without any error, you can get the physical property and you can do the further calculation of the convection analysis. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.